Hello students, here we start a new subject, that is conventional and non-conventional sources of energy. In this video, we are going to discuss about energy, types of energy, global energy consumption scenario in India, and renewable energy in India. So let us begin. Let us begin with the energy. That what is meant by energy? Energy is the ability to do a work. Okay, it is the capability to do work. The capability of work depends on the energy one can control and utilize. Okay, the whole output depends on the whole input. Okay, means any system, the output of that system will be depends on the input provided. So energy is the most basic infrastructure input for the economic growth and development of the country. So in this, economic growth and the development of the country is the output of the country, and the input is the energy. The SI unit is joule. In the international standard system, energy is measured in joule. Then power rate, it is the rate at which energy is transferred or transformed. Okay, means in a particular time how much energy is utilized, that is called the power. SI unit is watt. The commercial unit of energy is kilowatt hour. Okay, commercial unit is kilowatt hour. In this, K is small, W is large. Okay, HR is small. So why here W is in capital? Because W is the means watt is the name of scientist, and every name of the scientist we use the capital word. Then unit of electricity is equal to 1 kilowatt hour. We know our electricity bill, on that there will be mentioned how much quantity of unit is consumed. Okay, let us say 20 unit is consumed, 30 unit is consumed. So what is the meaning of that unit? Okay, so unit means unit of electricity is equal to 1 kilowatt hour. Okay, means for example, a 2 kilowatt heater switch on for 2 hours. What is the consumption of electricity? Okay, so in this, let us 2 kilowatt heater. Okay, so the unit here, unit is equal to unit consume. Okay, or we have to calculate what is the consumption of electricity in unit. So the given is 2 kilowatt heater. Okay, for the 2 hours, and 1 unit is equal to 1 kilowatt hour. So we have to multiply this 2 kilowatt. We require the load in kilowatt and time in hours. Okay, so we have to multiply load, that is which is already given in kilowatt, time which is already given in hours. So 2 into 2 equal to 4. Okay, so here a 4 unit. Okay, the 4 unit consumed by the load. Okay, so our meter will be shows 4 unit when 2 kilowatt heater switch on for 2 hours. Now types of energy. There are basically 3 types of energy: primary and secondary energy, commercial and non-commercial energy, renewable and non-renewable energy. Primary energy sources. Okay, so what is meant by primary energy and secondary energy, and what are the example of primary and secondary energy? So primary energy sources are those that are either found or stored in nature. Okay, which is obtained from the nature, that is called a primary energy source. For example, coal, oil, natural gas and biomass. Okay, means wood. Then secondary energy sources. the energy sources which are derived from the primary energy sources. Means primary energy sources are mostly converted in industrial utilities into secondary energy sources. Means depend, for example, if we have an electrical load, then we require the electrical energy. Then thermal energy is converted into electrical energy. Coal, the energy from the coal is converted into electrical energy. Energy from the oil is converted into electrical energy. Okay, so after conversion, the energy we get, that is called the secondary energy. Again, the example is coal, oil, gas converted into steam and electricity. So here steam and electricity is nothing but the secondary energy. Okay, secondary energy sources. Primary, which is obtained from the nature, and secondary, which will, when the primary is converted into say industrial utilities, that is called the secondary energy sources. Means in the thermal power plant, coal is heated. Okay, so the coal is converted into steam. Okay, so steam is called a secondary energy source. Okay, coal is converted to electricity also. Oil is converted to electricity. So it is called a secondary energy sources. Here we have given a source, coal. Okay, coal is obtained, it is extracted from the deep miners. Then it goes some under some processing. Okay, that will be discussed in the coal power plant. And then it will be given input to the power station, and we get the output as a electricity. Similarly, hydro, pressurized water is inserted on the turbine blade in the power station. Okay, and that will rotate. And when the, okay, so by using pressurized water, we can convert into electricity. Nuclear, nuclear is extracted from the mining. Okay, and after some process, it will be provided to the power station, and it will be converted into electricity. Okay, then natural gas extracted from the gas well. After some treatment, it will be provided input to the power station, and it will be converted into electricity. Then petroleum. Okay, so petroleum extracted from the oil well. Okay, processing, that is cracking and refining, and again it is supplied to the power station, converted into electricity. Okay, so here these are the sources which is called primary sources, which obtained from the nature, and this sources is called the secondary sources, which is derived from the primary sources. Now next type is commercial energy sources and non-commercial energy sources. The energy sources that are available in the market for definite price are known as commercial energy. Okay, means the energy sources which will be purchased, or where we require the price, where we have to pay some money, and that is called a commercial energy. For example, electricity, we have to pay price for the electricity. Then lignite, coal, oil, natural gas. Okay, so where we have to pay price. Okay, so that is called the commercial energy sources. Then non-commercial energy sources, the energy sources that are not available in the commercial market for a price, are classified as non-commercial energy. For example, firewood, agro waste in rural areas, solar energy for water heating, electricity generation. Means here firewood, agro waste in rural areas, for that we don't have to pay any price. Okay, solar energy for water heating. Okay, it is free of cost. So that is called non commercial energy sources. Then next is the renewable and non-renewable energy sources. Renewable energy is the energy obtained from sources that are essentially inexhaustible. Okay, means which never be exhausted. Okay, which never be vanish, that is called a renewable energy. Okay, non-renewable energy is the conventional fossil fuels. Okay, such as coal, oil, and gas, which are likely to deplete with time. Okay, which are exhaust. after some duration, after some years, that is called non-renewable energy sources. For example, coal, oil and gas. Examples of the renewable sources: solar, biomass, geothermal, wind energy, hydro energy are the renewable energy. Non-renewable: coal, nuclear, natural gas, oil, okay, are the non-renewable sources of energy. Then we discuss the global primary energy consumption. In the US, here if we compare some of the countries, okay, so energy consumption, we know the output of the any country will be depends on the energy consumption. Okay, so this is a chart in 2003 primary energy consumption by fuel. So USA has the highest energy consumption, okay, among all the countries in 2003. Then Canada, France, then Russian, then UK, then China, and then India. Okay, so among in the oil, India consume about 113 million ton. Okay, so million ton is nothing but the 1 ton is equal to 41.86 gigajoule. Okay, 1 ton is equal to 41.8 gigajoule. Okay, joule is the energy. Okay, in gigajoule. Okay, then natural gas consumed by India 27.1. Then coal 185.3 gigajoule. Then nuclear energy 4.1 gigajoule. Hydroelectric 15.6 gigajoule. Total 345.3 gigajoule. Okay, so India was lagging, okay, in the energy consumption. 1 million ton is equal to 41.86 gigajoule. There are uneven pattern of energy consumption in different countries. Okay, energy consumption will be changes as per the country. Developed country have population 10%, use approximately 90% of available resources. Okay, those are the developed country. Means more population, less will be the energy consumption, like India or China. In European country, here European country, less will be the population but energy consumption will be more. That's why this European country are the developed country and these are the developing country. Okay, from last 20 years developing country focus on energy sector, but after the World War II, the developing country is also focused on the energy sector. Okay, so rate of growth of energy sector in developed country is 1% to 2%. Okay, so rate of growth in developed country, because they already consume lot of energy, so it is rate of growth is 1% to 2%. But in developing country rate is 7 to 8%. Okay, because they know that energy consumption is only the source for the development of country. Now, per capita electricity consumption in kilowatt hour. Okay, I already told you 1 unit is equal to 1 kilowatt hour. Means consumption of 1 unit of electricity is equal to 1 kilowatt hour. As per the 2013, okay, Canada consume about 15,520 kilowatt hour of energy in 13-14. Okay, then followed by USA, then Australia, then Japan, then France, and then UK, and then it is the average of the world, and then India is at the lowest per capita energy consumption. So per capita energy consumption is nothing but the energy used per person. Means how much of electrical energy per person consume in India, which is rate is very low, less. It is 957, which is also less than the average of the world. Okay, in 13-14. As the energy consumption per capita energy consumption of the India is less, so it is directly affect on the development and economics of the country. So to increase that, we must have to focus on per capita energy consumption. Okay, So for that, we have to reform the energy sector. So developing countries require substantial investment in their power sectors to sustain economic growth and reduce poverty. Okay. So for the economic growth and to reduce poverty, the developing country must focus on the energy sector, that is power sector. Fossil fuels are depleted and need proper care. Okay, as in the fossil fuel, okay, the fossil fuels are depleted day by day, and we have to handle with care. Okay, because its level goes on decreasing. Then global population level increase, and there is a threat of global warming. Okay, because of the industrialization, the global warming is also increases. Then why we have to reform the energy sector? Because fossil fuels are depleted, global population level increase. Okay, so increase in the global warming. Oil and gas crisis in 1980. In 1980, there is a war in between Iran and Iraq. Okay, at that time there will be a drastically fall of production of the oil, and the oil price is almost get double. Okay, so oil and gas crisis. Then Kyoto Protocol. Okay, why we reform? Because in India or all the countries, okay, for adopted the Kyoto Protocol. Kyoto Protocol is used by the United Nations and also some Asian country to reduce the greenhouse gases. Okay, to reduce the greenhouse gases and their effects. Then current energy scenario, India is the seventh largest country and have population of 1.2 billion people. To maintain the growth rate, need rapid growth in energy sector. Okay, so if we see this pie chart, India has a largest installation capacity of coal, that is 61%. Then 14% installed capacity of hydro, that is it is given 42,783 gigawatt. Okay, then third sector is renewable energy. Okay, renewable energy, that is 14% by the renewable energy. Then gas, 8% from the gas. Then 2% from the nuclear energy and 1% from the diesel. Okay, so this is the current installed capacity of the India. Then Electricity Act 2003 comes. In that, role of government, national electricity policy and tariff policy will be enforced by the government. Then rural electrification, in the splitting the structure, like total electricity board can be split into generation, transmission and distribution. Okay, because to get the output, efficient output from the electricity. Okay, so the combined structure of the electricity board, state electricity board, will be divided into Genco, Transco and Discom. So in the Maharashtra state, it is for the Mahagenco, Mahatransco and Mahadiscom. Generation company, which generate the electricity. Transmission company, which transmit the electricity from generating station to consumer. And Discom, distribution company, which distribute the electricity to the consumer. Again, in that act, a consumer protection also, consumer protection also is included. Then trading and market development. Then formation of central electricity authority. Okay, then restructuring of the state electricity board. Then measures again theft of electricity, that is a big problem also in the loss of electricity. And then renewable energy utilization. Renewable energy in India, Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, that is MNRE, come in picture in 2006. It worked to increase the share of renewable energy. Okay, so currently the renewable energy, so here maximum 35.14% will, out of the total renewable energy installed in India, out of that 35.14% will be covered by the wind power. Then 25.21% will be covered by the solar sector. Okay, then this is 9.92% will be covered by the biopower, and 4.52% will be covered by the small hydropower. So that is the need in future. We have to generate more and more renewable energy. We must have to install more generating station, so that the need of energy will be increases. Okay, we must have to meet a future demand which will be of the electricity. Okay, because in future the demand of the electricity rises rapidly, so we must have to set up the renewable plants. Okay, because existing fossil fuels are depleted day by day, so we have to set up the renewable energy plants. Okay, as more as possible. And also India has focused to increase the per capita energy consumption, so that economic growth of the India will be increases. So in this lecture we discuss the following topics as energy, types of energy, global energy consumption scenario, current energy scenario in India, and status of renewable energy in India. Okay, thank you.